Hello and welcome to Social Kandura. My name is Gaurav. Diwali is right across the corner, and Viscraft ME is organizing the Dazzling Diwali Utsav. They've got some of the best singers from the Bollywood industry coming down for an unmistakable performance. Today, we speak with Sukriti and Prakriti Kakar and understand what it is that drives them, and we introduce them to the culture and everything else that Abu Dhabi has to offer. Stay tuned for this interview as they join us on Zoom as they prepare for the show. Hi, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Gaurav.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys as well. Very excited for this partnership. Very excited to see you guys in Abu Dhabi. What are you guys looking forward to the most with Diwali and obviously fans waiting for the best performances from your end? What's the one thing that you guys are absolutely looking forward to?
Well, I think to begin with, meeting all of you and being there because it's been a while since we've been to Abu Dhabi. We keep coming to Dubai very often, and I keep saying this that we haven't explored Abu Dhabi at all. It's always in and out. So, and then I guess what better to be there for Diwali? Very, very excited. Um, Waiting to celebrate our favorite festival with all of you. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Obviously, there's a big population in Abu Dhabi which follows Bollywood like absolutely crazy. They know all the songs, they know all the lyrics.
Hook steps.
They know all the hook steps, and it's so surprising sometimes when we meet local Emiratis over here. They happen to know more about Bollywood than we do itself. So
Wow.
so no pressure, but a lot of local Emiratis are also going to be watching in and they're going to be loving what you're doing as well. So any specific things that we can expect from obviously the local point of view? A lot of people when they come in for performances, they try to mix a little bit of the Arabic culture, not to give away any surprises, but any surprise plans for those to mix that up as well.
I think our set list is, built in sort of way that we do a lot of Bollywood. We're Bollywood girls at heart. We've always been, we're playback singers from such an early age. So even before we started making our own music, I think Bollywood is a part of our DNA. Sure. And all of those songs. So, not just the songs that we have sung, but I think what everybody can expect is for us to sing lots of that and lots of really popular English songs mixed with, we do have some Emirati flavored songs. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, even if we talk about Pathan in general, I guess, we've got that flavor and there are a lot of songs. I'm not going to just say it right now, but I guess we'll all dance to it and we will make sure that we actually add a little bit of that flavor. Even more so now. So, yeah, very, very excited.
Amazing.
It'll be fun.
And obviously a huge crowd that's going to be coming in, and people who already know you, they're going to be very excited to see you again. And obviously you guys do so many of these international shows. Between, for example, between the two of you, who prefers getting out and opening the show, and who prefers coming later once the audience is warmed up and everything else?
Oh, I don't think we have that concept. We're just we go in together, we leave together. We're like the couple goals. We do everything together.
Okay.
But not really. I think of course we're two girls together on stage and it's a duo. But having said that, we do have different roles. When we're on stage together. I think Sukriti will always make sure she goes into the audience. She'll always make sure she interacts with the crowd, not just on the stage, but she'll make sure she actually goes to the audience, into the audience and meets and interacts and stuff. I, on the other hand, will always make sure I take care of the band on stage. So we do have different roles, but I think we're going to switch it up for this Diwali and have a lot of fun. But of course, there are different responsibilities as a duo that creatively we divide. And it's a lot of fun. I think the agenda is very, very clear that we're coming all the way to also celebrate Diwali from our end, and we're just basically have a great time.
Okay.
I think that's the one thing that's standard that we're always looking out for, and I think with the festivities in place, everybody will be in the mood and have a lot of energy as us, and it's just something that we will all have collectively a great time together.
Amazing. What's your most fondest Diwali memory, when you were kids? And, what's that one memory that who would go and burst the firecrackers first? Sukriti or Prakriti?
We're so scared of firecrackers. She's not scared. I'm actually phobic, if I may say that.
Okay.
I have really traumatic memories from actually once trying to, light up this rocket, and then it went to my, bathroom window back in Delhi
Okay.
once. And it's proper PTSD, so that's just not something I do. But I do light
Okay.
candles and diyas and this sweet stuff. Even the puljaris are a lot of fun.
Okay.
But I think one of the most favorite and heartwarming sort of memories we have from childhood would be, making rangolis and stuff, like flower rangolis.
Yes.
We still do that. It's just a continued tradition. And we have a Lakshmi Puja. I think that's something
Yes.
that one time, we like do like a grand puja at home, with our parents and our extended family. Is that like everybody has to be home? There's no going for any Diwali party, none of that. If
House
you're
parties.
traveling, then you're traveling for work. But if we are home on Diwali, which is something that we try to do sometimes, is have that Diwali puja with everybody.
Nice,
And
very
it's
impressive.
really- And also dress up our puppies in kurtas. That's
Oh yes, yes.
and we do. We we make sure everybody is dressed their best. So that includes the puppies in the house. We have two
Amazing.
amazing puppies, so we make sweet Indian kurtas for them.
Oh, that's so
So
cute.
it's just something we
So one thing that you would really like about Abu Dhabi is, even during Diwali or like pre-Diwali, all the buildings in Abu Dhabi have all the lights set up, and you can go there and you can actually
yes.
see, so you can see all the houses, they already have all the lights, they have all the celebrations going on. So it's like home away from home, like, you are in a different home, but it's like home away from home. So
Yeah.
definitely Abu Dhabi is something that's going to be very exciting for us to see you guys over there, like, perform live on the stage. So we are looking forward to all of the extravagances and all the experiences as well. Standing from like a technical standpoint of view, when you do a performance in India or when you do a performance in another country, how much of a difference does it make in terms of understanding? Because different countries have different technologies, they have different audience. Something that might work in Bombay might not work in Delhi, for example. The audiences are different, the crowds are different. So how do you manage those expectations, and how do you sort of, they say we feel the crowd, कि हम वही करेंगे जो crowd चाहता है. How do you read read the room,
I think it's different, right? Like, sometimes when we're playing for, say, private shows, for example, it's sometimes when we perform at weddings, and most of them are like really destination weddings, because those are the ones where you have like an array of like, performers and celebrities who come down. So when we do stuff like that, I think a lot of people are from everywhere in the world, right? Especially for a wedding. So it's really just, it comes down to reading your audience well. It comes down to gauging whether when it's a concert, and when it's a very sitting down and listening sort of a concert, the set list is very different.
Yeah.
When it's a Diwali show, they're in mood for entertainment and they want to, dance and have a good time. So we kind of all. I think when it's like a college show, it's more like, the
More
Gen
energy.
Z. So, so I think the set list keeps changing. We've like kind of been, I think doing this for since we were 16. So I think first when we just started on, it was like harder to gauge. But I think over time, it's just like sometimes we're performing in like really small towns in India where the set list is completely different. So many of our own songs we don't get to sing because they probably haven't heard it, or I guess it's all different all across. But very, very excited for Abu Dhabi. I think we've done a few public concerts in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Even Abu Dhabi and Dubai sometimes is so different. So more or less the same, but I guess it's Diwali, right? So we're like, it's going to be a power packed performance and lots of Bollywood. So I think we can expect that.
Very nice. And have you guys have like the the shawarmas and the falafels from the food cuisines? Who's more of a foodie between the two of you?
Oh, it's a tie. This one is a complete tie. We live to eat.
Okay.
So 100%. I think that's going to be the first snack we have as soon as we get there. Absolutely. Like, we can't possibly come to that side of the world and not do the shawarmas and the falafels. So it's really going to happen. Looking forward. I think for us, it's just, like we know we're performing in the night, but like what are we having for lunch? So,
food has like top priority in like what we're going to be doing. Interesting. Would you, very, very controversial question, but this is going to be a fun one. Would you rather have chole kulche from Delhi, or would you rather have like chicken shawarma in Abu Dhabi? Which one would you rather prefer? It's going to be a tough one.
Compare. I think I'll say chicken shawarma because I'm feeling that right now more. Yeah,
Okay.
it's also lunchtime here, so like now you're just making me hungry.
We're just
We're
making.
like Delhi girls, right? Actually, so our food expectations are super high. We came
Yeah.
to Bombay and we were slightly disappointed because obviously Delhi food is just, you can't compare it. But I think it's going to be a chicken shawarma.
Okay.
It's gonna be a chicken shawarma.
And between the two of you, who is more likely to sneak out in the middle of the night, grab some chaat, and come back before anybody realizes? Who would do
I'll
that?
take her with me.
So both of you would do
I
that.
don't know, it's always me. I call her up in the middle of the night from my room and I just be like, I just share all my bad habits with her, so she doesn't have a choice. So it's always me like ordering those midnight meals and like asking her to come to my room, so just so we can, share the guilt together, and then set an alarm for a workout next morning.
So just burn it off
Yeah,
everything
make it back.
on the next morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So eat and then burn. That's very interesting. A lot of playback singers, lot of singers, and a lot of performers. They're very cautious of their throat, the voice, the modulation, what they eat. Any regime that you guys follow to before, especially these big performances that you guys do, to make sure that I'm not a singer. I don't know what it's called, but I think what it's called throat conditioning, or like what's your regime before you go on stage?
Okay, I think for years I've only I've figured out now, I think I never have ice in my drinks. Like it's just that one thing, couple of hours and then I start sneezing. So I don't know if it's some sort of ice allergy or something, but like if I'm, drinking something, or I just avoid any ice in any of my beverages. So it's just like a no for
No ice.
just
Yeah.
ice in general. I mean, there are too many reasons in Bombay to get sick, right? The air quality isn't that great right now. So, like, even if you're not kind of being unhealthy, just, getting out and just like how drastic the weather is in Bombay,
Yeah.
you just kind of end up falling more sick than not. So, it's the pollution. So, I think overall it's just easier and healthier to kind of keep like a little bit of a balanced diet, and that's what we try to do. We try to just have like a nice hefty lunch and just try and keep it clean as much as we can and just healthy. And sometimes when we're working, we obviously end up not having dinner, so that's something that we're also working on. So just kind of try and eat like our meals on time, because that ultimately takes a toll on your body and eventually on the voice. And then riyaz, of course. And then riyaz, yeah. The throat muscles and just the vocal cords have to just be in motion and just have to be exercised.
True.
That's the most important thing, I think.
And what is one stage ritual which you both do, which probably a lot of people might not know? Like right before they're like, introducing, and right before the stage opens and the audience is there. What is that one thing that you do right before you start? I think just have a little conversation with each other and then a little prayer, like that's just something that we do before every gig. There'll be a moment where, we're going to like touch the stage and then kiss our hand, because that's just something that we've been doing since always. And it's just a little conversation. We have a little prayer with our band backstage, and or sometimes even if you don't get to meet a band or anything, we'll be in the wings and I just have to close my eyes for 5 seconds and just say something like a small prayer.
That just, I cannot go on stage without doing that. So I don't know, it's something that I truly believe in, and so it's like I have to do it every step. It's like a team building right before you go in, high fives and just making sure that everybody's and good vibes, great vibes and lots of energy. We float on that.
Most importantly, yes. And obviously both of you guys have a huge following on Instagram as well. The socials have been built to such a way. We get to see a lot of what you're doing on a day-to-day life before we even see you on concerts and all of that as well. How much of that do you think impacts as performers or as people? For example, when we're going back, do they look at the Instagram stories? Do they look at Instagram and then they're like, oh, I love this singer, I want to do this mashup? Do you get a lot of requests on Instagram saying that, fan requests, can you do a mashup on this song? Can you sing this for us? Do you get a lot of those things?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, not the best girls to check DMs, if I'm being completely honest.
Okay.
But we do read our comments, and every time somebody, and I think we have a very loyal sort of fan following in terms of these
Yes.
fan clubs and all. We really get to speak to them on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And I think Instagram has now introduced this channel that you can speak to your
Yes.
friends on.
Yes.
And I think that's a great feature. So we really get to be on a one-on-one level with a lot of these people who run those fan clubs for us, and religiously listen to whatever they have to say, and we wait to hear their reactions after our songs, our releases. They're also the ones to kind of remind us of the milestones in our career that
Oh,
we
wow. That's very
completely
interesting.
sometimes forget.
Yeah.
So it's just really interesting, it's an interesting time to be around where you can be so much in touch with the people who truly root for you.
Are you working for?
And you haven't met them, but you of
They
course
know you.
meet them when you play in different cities where they stay in and they come down for your concerts. But there are a lot of people who silently support you, right, on Instagram, and
Yeah.
it's something to just be able to talk to them. So
True.
they keep giving us cool ideas. They're younger than us, so they're cooler for sure. So they have such interesting things to tell us always.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Interesting.
There's no keys.
Thank you so much for spending so much time with us. It was really fun catching up with you girls, and everybody here at Social Kandura. We wish you all the very best. Hopefully we get to meet you guys backstage as well, and take the conversation from there.
100%.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Done.
Enjoy,
Thank
and I
you
will see you guys
guys.
soon.
Happy Diwali.
Happy
in
Diwali.
advance.
See you. Bye.
Thank you. See you.
Bye bye.
Bye.